Alright, so 808 Mafia is like a really popular producing group. I mean, they're like probably the best producing group, and a lot of people try to copy their style. A lot miss because 808 Mafia is like, there's so many different things they do. They make really hard beats to really soft beats to like things that just sound just different. They're really like pioneers of producing, and that's like one of the reasons that I follow them so closely. My favorite 808 Mafia members would probably have to be either Southside or TM88, just because Southside really works with a lot of dark melodies, sort of like dark melodies you'd hear from Suicide Boys or something else, like something crazy, just dark and just hard hitting, hard bass, hard, like the hi-hats go in. He's known as the king of hi-hats because he just knows what he's doing. I mean, the man is insane. When him and TM88 get together, those guys make some great beats. They're just great producers all around. I really admire their style, and they're always working and everything. Southside does a lot of his own music, which is just insanely awesome. You got to check out some of his stuff. The man goes hard. So today I'm just going to show how I make my kind of like 808 Mafia type beats. I'm not saying that I'm good at them or anything. It's just sort of how I approach them. So I'm going to show you. So first, 808 Mafia, Southside in particular, sometimes Tarantino. They have sort of darker melodies. I'm only going to do one sort of like easy melody. I mean, so here we go. Now this is sort of like how I construct the beats myself. I mean, there's no particular way to do this. It's just mainly preference, how you want to construct them. I produce very sporadically. It kind of just how it comes to me. I really like to work with 808 Mafia sound. I mean, I do a lot of dark stuff like Bones, Ghostmain, Suicide Boys. But if I had to pick one producer to like model my career after as a producer, it would definitely have to be Southside. So that melody is sort of like something I could see him working with. It's sort of it's 145 BPM. It's not the fastest. They work with a lot of like up-tempo beats, but 145 is sort of within my comfort range that I like to work with. The hi-hats just sound better to me when I work with 145 BPM. You see a lot of 160 808 Mafia beats. They do work with a lot of slow ones. They just worked with Gunna. His beat is just sort of slower. It's sort of, the melody is the same throughout. There's not much change in 808 Mafia beats. I mean, musically, it's probably not the best thing to do, but it just sounds good and the beat is just great. 808 Mafia works with claps. They often have layered claps, sometimes snares in between, give it that bounce feel, but rarely do I ever hear just a normal snare in 808 Mafia beats. I normally hear claps. Mafia loves to make the hi-hats go down, like almost like they're going underwater. 808 Mafia just constantly, you can almost tell that it's an 808 Mafia beat because the hi-hats are just sporadic. They go everywhere. There's really no rule. It's just whatever you think sounds good. And next is the 808s. I do the 808s before I put in kicks because sometimes I'll go a little crazy with the kicks and I'll just destroy it. I'll have to start over and then just go to the 808s again. I always start with 808s. That's just a preference. You don't have to do that. It's the pride and joy of 808 Mafia. It's literally in the name. So you just want to make sure your 808s are slapping, like they're good. You can't have a weak 808 in 808 Mafia. That's horrible. So there you have it. It's a simple pattern. I mean, it's literally It's literally so simple. I mean, there's not much to it. It's not crazy. Sometimes 808 Mafia does go insane with the 808s, but sometimes some of their best beats have very easy, very simple 808 patterns. I mean, you don't have to go too insane as long as the 808 slap. And now I'm going to put in the cymbal. I still haven't done the kicks yet. I just don't, kicks are normally the last thing I throw in my beat besides sound effects. I don't know why, but just sort of a preference thing again. So now I'm going to put in the kicks. I do layer my kicks tremendously. I always work with two. I have two favorite kicks that I use, and I constantly have them. It hits hard, it makes the 808 sound better, and it's just what I like.